So during your term in Parliament, you received a cancer diagnosis.
That's right.
So what did battling and defeating cancer, what insight did that give you?
Yeah, well, Tupe is special because it's the first time I've let everyone know that I had a bilateral mastectomy. So the whole thing of, and I was a minister at the time in the Labour government, when I was told that I had breast cancer, that I had to go into chemotherapy in 3 weeks, that the tumour was huge. For me, it was really hard to hear, but you realise the frailty of being human. There is strength in being a human being. No one is immune from cancer. No one is immune from COVID. And it was just that whole thing of coming to terms with it. And I also went public because many of our women were afraid to go for mastectomy, for the test, mammograms, for the tests. And I think a lot of it is, it could be that thing they're very about their bodies, and that's very a private type thing, which is still alive and well in our community. But the reason why I had to go public was I had a leadership role. I didn't want rumour and gossip to circulate about something that may be true and may not be true with people. And so I wanted to put that history right, but I was more concerned about that this was an opportunity to go public, to encourage women to go and get tested early, with mammograms, so that, prevention, early intervention is important. So I was going through, and that was an election year as well, chemotherapy, radiation, mastectomy. But I'm a very driven person, and I'm very Pacific, very Samoan. I don't like losing. I had an election to think about, and so losing the hair and having a wig and everybody saying I look fabulous was all part of it. I think for me it was just setting that goal of still continuing to live, continuing to be strong. And even going for chemotherapy, it was interesting because just sitting with people and just talking through, but I think remaining really positive and having a strong spirit, I think, also really helped. And and my mother found it really hard, but she was very strong, and I think that also helped me through.
Yeah, it must have given you I guess an amazing perspective on life, right? To go through that.
That's right. Yeah, and I've never taken life for granted, and I am a driven person. I have very high standards and expectations, which sometimes is probably not the best thing, because we are human. But I realise that life is precious, and you can only do what you can do and have the courage to dream and make it happen while you're here. And so I think it's that spirit of the experience that taught me about not taking life for granted.
We have to go to a break now, but when we come back, I want to hear more about your role as Assistant Vice-Chancellor Pasifika at Victoria University.
Yeah, that's fine.